So next, who have we got today? We've got Bobby, 32 from Brighton. Hello, Bobby. Tell me your name, age, location, and a bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Bobby. I'm from Brighton. I'm 35 and I've been living in Brighton for about 18 years now, and I work in a bar.
God, I bet you've seen some. I bet you've seen some sights in
I've
Brighton.
seen some sites in Brighton, yeah. A lot of public display of efficiency.
Oh, fabulous! Yeah, Brighton is flamboyant. It's. Did you go to Gay Pride this year?
Of course.
Oh, great! I didn't go this year, but because I had to have not. But anyway, to the juicy stuff. Well, it's not juicy, but yeah. How did you feel after your homophobic attack in Brighton, which you obviously told me about, which I messaged you on Facebook? Thank you so much for getting back to me as well.
Sure, babe. I think it was really hard because Brighton has always been a very comfortable place for me, and that's why I chose to live there. So when I then have to kind of feel uncomfortable in my own environment with having the attack having taken place, it then puts me in a place where I want to move. And I'm like, why should I move?
Yeah, exactly. It's your city.
I know Brighton from the 80s. I know Brighton from the 90s. I know Brighton from the early 2000s. And now everything's changing.
Yeah, well, this is it. We need to. We at the end of the day, we can't stop homophobia, but unfortunately, I think a lot
It's
of
getting worse.
this is it, and I think I don't even think it's the people that live in Brighton. I think it's the people that come down from London, Manchester.
Right.
So it's it's outside people. Have you heard of the app BOBU in Brighton? God, that's interesting. There's like stickers in sort of like bars, hairdressers in Kemp Town, all over the city. Just tell you a little bit about it. It's basically about people that have been homophobic attacked. So it's like a safe space where they can go and just, seek help, if that makes sense.
Okay.
It's a really interesting app, and you can download it on Apple and Google Play, and it's free as well.
Okay.
That's good. Did you feel you're supported by the emergency services? Did you report it to the police?
You can report people that listen, but it doesn't mean they're going to do anything. I think the more people who come forward and say that they've had these attacks, the more it provokes the police in a good way to do something. I mean, the police are busy with other things. I'm not saying the police can always be on our backside watching everything, but the more people who come forward and speak up is bravery.
Well, this is it. My homophobic attack that happened on the seafront. The police actually did. I did ring 999 because I generally thought he was going to kill me.
Okay.
And they were there within about 20 minutes, which I was absolutely gobsmacked. I was like, wow.
But 20 minutes is quite a long. Oh, you told them it wasn't like emergency.
No, it was, because obviously I thought the guy was actually going to kill me. Like, he was just getting, like, my friend had to intervene and, and try, and it was horrible. Yeah, I wouldn't want anybody to go through it. And I just feel like it really does put me off going to Brighton as well. And I think it's just horrible. It makes you really, really think, why me? Did you feel you're supported by the attack in Brighton, sort of like from the emergency services?
I definitely felt more supported. Yes, I just think what is going on? Like, it's 2024, babe. Why is there more of these attacks happening now? Things should be getting better. The attacks should be getting less and less per year. Why is it going up?
Yeah, well, the statistics that I got from Sussex Police, there was 266 homophobic attacks in Brighton and Hove from January to September.
And not only ones that get reported, there's loads of other ones that people might feel are too small,
Yeah, and probably too scared to speak out to the police about all these attacks. After homophobic attack, did it really affect your mental health? Were you depressed? Were you suicidal?
It is, because every time these things happen to you, it adds that anxiety when you go out in public that something might happen. As I said, this never used to happen in Brighton. Never.
No, it's horrible.
Even in the 90s, you would never get this.
A few people I spoke to as well, which is horrible, they've even said they've even tried to end their life, which is, I was absolutely gobsmacked, and I thought it was absolutely heartbreaking that people can actually get to someone's, their mental health and really make them feel that they can't, keep themselves alive. What do you think can be improved, sort of like support groups in Brighton, i.e. like on Facebook, or more support groups within the LGBT community?
I think maybe the police should use cameras to check and give the people a bigger punishment. I'm not saying they have to go in jail, You have to fine them a couple of £1,000.
Yeah.
They should get a warning.
But that's if the police find them, because going back to my attack on the seafront, the police they actually sent me a letter 2 weeks later saying they tried to find the guy and then they closed the case.
Right.
So they said they couldn't find the suspect.
Gosh.
So at least they did actually, it shows that the police actually are very serious about hate crime in Brighton. Has it changed your perception, obviously, living in Brighton? We're nowhere safe anymore these days.
You do wonder where it's going to be in 10 years. You hope it's going to get better, but the way the country's going, you don't want it to become where more homophobia comes,
Yeah, I think I was in a relationship with one of my exes, and he tried to hold my hand along Hove Seafront, and I just thought, like, I can't do it because we could get beaten up. Because obviously I've heard from the guy from Gogglebox, Daniel, him and his husband were walking along Hove Seafront just one Sunday afternoon, and then they got a homophobic abuse.
Really?
For no reason, yeah, and they've lived in Brighton all their life. So yeah, it's too much out there. Do you think there's enough policing in Brighton and Hove to sort of tackle?
In a way I do. Because, as I said, there's things like the police are busy people. There's kids who need their help. There's vulnerable people who need their help.
Yeah.
The thing is that there could be more cameras.
Yeah.
Find the people. Who is it? Use their faces.
How long have you been sort of within the LGB community?
Well, I've been in Brighton 18 years. I came out when I was a kid, so.
God, I bet you've had some mad times, sort of in revenge and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you feel safe after your attack in Brighton?
It's just, I think there's that anxiety where you sort of don't feel. The answer is no. I do not feel 100% safe.
That's horrible that you feel like you can't walk around your own city and hashtag love is love. Do you know what I mean? And be proud for who you are. Why do you think they shouted homophobic abuse at you when you were walking home? And which you told me as well on Facebook that you just finished your shift at the bar and then they were shouting homophobic abuse at you. Why do you think it was aimed at you?
You'd expect it from kids like 14, 15 who were a bit mentally challenged. These were grown adults. And if you come into Brighton, fucking get used to it, honey.
You're so funny. Has the homophobic attack affected your life, obviously, since the attack?
I think I want these people.
They need.
The police should shut the cameras, get a punishment to them.
Yeah.
Shouting is.
People, I've known people that have, I've Googled it, I've looked in the newspaper that they've been beaten up black and blue, and you can see the articles. It's absolutely horrendous that people will feel like. Did you receive any emotional support, sort of like from your friends' family after the attack?
Yeah, everyone was really supportive. Really supportive. I was very lucky.
That's cool. Have you had any hate crime before in the past? Obviously, not just within Brighton, but just sort of within any other LGBT community scenes within the country?
Brighton. I've had a couple of things in London, maybe.
Yeah, London's probably
on public transport or yeah.
That's cool.
You get a little bit here and there, of course, but not in Brighton, as I said. Since the 90s, it was always very safe, very open.
What's your favourite place to go to Brighton? Like nightclub? What's your favourite club?
Go to Dragonfly, Beach Boys.
Like Legends on the seafront.
Legends, yeah. Do
you remember the Bulldog as well? It used to be. God, I had some mad times in there. But anyway, it's been really nice interviewing you, and thank you for taking the time to meet me.
Thank you, babe.
Cheers.
See you soon.
See you soon. How was that?